to Shift Habits, week number 357. I didn't even know I could count that high because in Illinois I'm at like week number 6. So, hello everyone.
Look who's back again.
So I got to tell you something. I'm in Dr. Matthew Claggett's adjusting room.
Wait, no, this is. Oh, it is his.
It is, yes.
Is that weird for you?
It's fantastic, dude. You're doing great. This is awesome. It's cool. It's like, you know, remember the walls, all the angles, all the little creaks in the floor. So, no, but in town for a wedding this weekend. So obviously I wanted to stop in and see the boys bright and early at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. They're already here serving the community because subluxations do not rest, and the boys at Chiro World don't rest. So it's good to see you, dude.
Good to see you too.
The new guy, but I love it. So what were we going to talk about? We're going to talk.
What have you been doing the last 4 months?
What have I been doing the last 4 months?
Yeah.
I've been opening a practice. So we have Optimized Chiropractic now open. We opened May 17th at 2:00 p.m. And it was really funny. I was just talking with Dr. Koca. When he opened this practice, it was May 18th, which is wild.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's funny how it works out. You know, it was a fun process, stressful at times with the construction, but that was a very big learning experience for me. It was great to get out in the community and spread the message of chiropractic health and healing. Definitely not trying to reinvent the wheel, just simply doing what my mentors taught me here. So checking spines for subluxation, increasing the adaptability of the body. But yeah, it's been a trip, meeting a ton of new people. I was just telling them how I'm reinventing the wheel in Illinois, doing a ton of new stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
How you doing?
Hey, great.
How you doing?
Yeah, Sean Walker. Nice
Room
to meet
looks
you.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't smell funny anymore. It doesn't have that tinge. But we were talking this morning about subluxation and how some chiropractors will tell you that it doesn't exist.
Right.
And so
What do you mean some?
I don't know if you know this, but your student loan payments are coming.
That's what I keep hearing.
Now, if you work at Taco John's for 9 years,
Yeah.
you can pay those off right away.
It's more than 9 years.
McDonald's will he figured that out for me.
You don't know the story?
I don't think you know.
So 2 days before, it was about 2 days before national boards.
Yeah.
I texted him and I was like, dude, I did the math. If you work at McDonald's, you can pay off your loans in like 32 years. So don't worry about passing boards, you got it made.
And this was literally because I was precepting, so from 6 to 8 a.m. I would go across the street to Scooters to study. And then I would have that 2 hours study, I'd come back here, we see patients all day, go home, take a nap, study. Some naps longer than others,
Yeah,
right?
so-
So anyway, but your student loans, they don't stop. So my office is getting constructed, I had to make money somehow. So I wanted to serve people, I was gonna drive them around and be an Uber driver. Well, I pick up this one gentleman from the airport at O'Hare, and he's a medical doctor. And he starts talking, and I'm asking him about what he does, like I do with most passengers. And he starts talking to me about the work he does on stomach and gallbladders and emergency surgeries. And I think that's really cool. And while we're talking, he asked me, he said, "You seem to know your anatomy fairly well. What do you do normally? You know, this isn't your full-time gig." And I said, "I'm building a chiropractic office, sir. I'm a chiropractor." And he said, "Well, that's excellent." And I said, "Well, thank you." And he said, his exact words, he says, "I see subluxations a lot."
What?
And right away when he said that, I go, "Well, if you wouldn't mind, just because I know, each profession is different with its lexicon, and I respect that. What do you define as a subluxation? What is that to you?" And he goes, "Well, it's a vertebra that's misaligned, compressing a nerve, and it's altering nerve function. Causing pain." And I said, "Get out of town! Really?" And he said, "Well, yeah, what else would it be?" And I was like, "Sir, I wish I could record you saying that." And he said, "Well, why is that?" I said, "Because there are people in our profession that want to disprove subluxation and say that it's not a reality, or that do not want to address it top of mind awareness, that want to do nutrition and all this therapy stuff instead of checking the spine for misalignments to make sure the body is adapting properly. Because you live your life through your nerve system. And he said, he goes, well, that's ridiculous. I see it all the time. Because if a patient comes in, sometimes I help with the spinal surgeries. And you can physically see the spinal bone compressing the nerve. And obviously that patient has issues going on because he's in there getting surgery. And I was like,
Wow.
we're losing it. We're keeping it, but we could lose it. So, God, it's just like, come on, guys. Really not a reality. And in fact, if you don't think that, because I love this, it's like, well, subluxation doesn't exist, or you don't have to be specific adjusting. I've had some conversations in the last 4 months, right? And I said, all right, you don't have to be specific, that's fine. Here's the challenge. Because, I mean, if you don't think subluxation is a reality, simply come here to the office, wherever you want to go, and get a picture of your spine, spinograph, and we'll do the normal line analysis, constant analysis, and figure out the specific listing, which is a combination of how that vertebra is specifically misaligned. That way you know how to unlock it with the adjustment. Apply that specific force. Let them take a picture of your spine, get the listings, and then what we'll do is we'll adjust the opposite listing. The way that it's not actually misaligned. Because if chiropractic makes you well, chiropractically non-specifically applied can make it worse, right? And so that I think that will be all the evidence that they need, maybe not, maybe an RCT.
That'd be an interesting study.
Be an interesting study, right? So anyway, that was kind of my aha moment, was just, you know, a lot of people really need to be doing more of that, you know. They need to know. They need to know you live your life through your nerve system, your whole family does. Kids, adults, they all need to get checked. That way they can make sure they're adapting to the stress in their life. So, but anyway, enough about me. That was kind of a little,
That was
rant
nice,
there.
yeah.
It was ridiculous though, because it's like, here's a medical doctor who's very well knowledgeable. This guy was amazing. He actually did surgeries, like he did the emergency surgeries for the military from a machine. So apparently there's a satellite technology where he can stitch somebody up on the battlefield in Afghanistan from America, which I think is just the coolest
That's
thing in the
crazy.
world. It's so crazy.
So
Yeah.
you really gotta know your stuff then.
Oh yeah,
There's
he
no
totally knows anatomy, and he's just like, yeah, subluxation. He's like, of course it exists. I didn't even think. So it was
Jeez.
like, anyway, so what's new in Omaha, Classic?
Meeting, first of all.
Yes.
Yeah. And, you know, just trying to get a lay of the land and trying to figure out like how y'all do things. Just learn to adapt to the greatest and serving the public.
I love it. I love it. This kid, he just got service oozing out of him. doesn't
Yep.
he?
He does.
I'm glad you told me where your apartment's at. I'm gonna go toilet paper your house after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you got to Omaha, what's your? Because they've asked you about the office.
He's been here about a week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got here on a Wednesday.
Favorite
Right?
grocery store
Wednesday.
in town.
I think there was like a Hy-Vee somewhere nearby.
So last night our flight got delayed. We didn't land until 11:30. It was just a miserable night at the airport, but that's fine, right? And our friend picked us up, and she said, "Do you want to stop anywhere, Sean?" And I said, "I'd really want to go to a Hy-Vee right now," and because they're not in Chicago, and it just drives me nuts. There's nothing more freaky than going to a grocery store where you don't know stuff is at, right? It's like, where's the milk? Where's this? Yeah, I know that causes ear infection, whatever. That's all. So anyway.
C2.
Yeah, right. So Hy-Vee, very good. So you know, restaurants.
Haven't had a chance to go out yet. Any recommendations?
That was the answer I was hoping that you would say. That means he's doing a good job. All right. Yeah, I'll give you some good spots to eat.
Perfect.
But yeah, Chiro World, this dude, he is a servant, and he puts people first. He loves chiropractic. He's dedicated to the art of checking spines and adjusting them. Dedicated to the Gonstead system. This kid's going to be great. So you guys are in amazing hands with him. I got to tell you something. I'm excited because I'm about to get my spine checked and adjusted. So, anything else you boys want to add? What week is this again? 357?
357.
Wow. Like I said, I can't count that high. I'm on like week 6 right now.
It's like almost
So-
7 years. That's
wild.
crazy.
Mhm. That's consistency, but that's what you get from Chiro World.
That's right.
Great
Very
to
cool.
be back in the office. Miss you and your families very much. We'll be back in the future for visits and adjustments. Thank you all for watching. But a character buy, I didn't buy.